Good afternoon to you, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fourth edition of the Amuwo Community Debate. I'm Chimize Udejigu, and always, as usual, it is a pleasure to be your host for today. For those of you who have been following us, this is the fourth in the series. We started in 2017, then in 2019, and in 2021 we're here, and now 2023 towards the big general elections, we're also here. In the past 6 years that we have done this, we have been able to gather candidates, and to ask tough questions, to bring the candidates and the residents together to ask the tough questions that need to be asked, to ensure that there is a direction, to offer a platform for candidates to exchange ideas, to tell the people what they would do when given the responsibility that they demand. Over the past 6 years, and in the past 3 editions that we've had, we have been able to do this and even much more. And now we're here again. We are a group of young people, non-partisan, not affiliated to any political party, but of course, with germane commitment and interest in the development of our local government. And that is why we have been doing this, self-funded, of course, with support from some co-interested parties, where people like you, residents in Amuwo Dofin, from Festac to Abulado to Satellite, young persons like you, I think would deserve a round of applause. I will introduce to you your moderators, take you through some ground rules, but before that, Eva, where are you? I need to introduce to you the young lady whose big brains, has been possible in gathering all of us over the past 6 years to do this, to say a few words of welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Etese.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. What is an election without informed decisions? Like the good book says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. We are here again for the fourth edition and for the fourth time to hear from our wonderful candidates who have taken up the responsibility to serve the Amuwo Dofin constituency. A debate is not a determinant of who wins an election, but it sure goes a long way to inspire voting decisions at the polls. Amuwo Decides is a community social responsibility program initiated by Festac Online Media in 2017, and these debates will feature the candidates unfolding their plans before our stakeholders and live audience. We are a non-partisan media organization, and we have taught it well that the Amuwo people deserve to hear and know what our candidates who intend to represent our great constituency for the next 4 years have in plans for us. We encourage you to vote. Festac Online is an independent, non-governmental, and a non-partisan organization. We are serving the Amuwo Dofin community and the environment. It was birthed as a result of the dire need to fill the huge gap between the people who live here, who work here, and information, as well as governance. We have successfully been able to solve the problem of information and awareness. We have also helped businesses to thrive, become more visible and open to other people. We get our youth gainfully employed. We have also kept the people of Amuwo Dofin informed of happenings around them. As we march closely and selflessly to our 8th year of existence, we have seen the need and the importance of a debate and a dialogue as a unique opportunity that creates synergy in the community. I believe in the notion that change starts with me. It starts with you, it starts with everybody, and it spreads. So we strongly believe in a better Amuwo Dofin, which will lead to a better Lagos and a better Nigeria that we crave for. This debate is not funded by any party, but is happening because of generous contributions from people in the community. Come February 15th and March 11th, Amuwo is deciding. You are deciding. We'll be making informed decisions. Once again, you are welcome to attend this debate. Thank you.
So you've heard from Eva the whole essence of why we are gathered today. I should have started this, though Mo did that. But first, let me apologize. The event was slated for 12. But of course, we had to wait. Not that we were not set. We're good to go at 12, but we had to wait. And we cannot wait any longer. We will proceed with those we have around. Just some quick ground rules before I go ahead to do. Of course, the moderators will still tell you more. We would like absolute decorum, of course. Please try to put your phones on silent or vibration. If you've forgotten to do that, please do that now, as you know, while we talk. So please check your phones now, put them on silent. I'm not asking you to turn them off. We live in a world of information, and information is power. So please quickly do that for us. Put your phones on silent so they do not distract the proceedings. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Intermittently, I'm sure those in the crew, the media crew, will post the link on the big screen. You can look at the link and share with all those who wanted to be here physically but cannot be here, so they can join us. Also, like I said, the moderators will give you the full glimpse and explanation on the ground rules. But of course, we would need to appeal to you specially to exercise the utmost decorum that you can afford to give us. No noise making, no side talks, no unruly behaviors, no murmuring. Please allow the candidates to speak when they are asked their questions. Of course, there'll be audience time, so you'll be asked. You'll be given the opportunity to ask your questions. Again, when you are given the opportunity, please go straight to the questions. To your questions. Direct them at anybody, or if you want everyone to answer, we will answer. The moderators will tell us the format of our debate today. But in all things, remember, it's a knowledge-sharing platform. It is an opportunity for us to meet and rub minds with our candidates, to ask them the big question, why you? So that should be topmost in our minds. Why you? Why demand for us this enormity of our mandate? Why should we send you to represent us? This is the platform that we have. First of on our moderators, there are two of them this year, two very fine gentlemen, two of the finest products you will find from our local government in terms of brilliance, in terms of artistry, in terms of what they do with regards to the works of their hands and their mouth. First, of course, seated is a business and brand strategist, a management trainer, motivational speaker, radio show host, master compare, and an author. He is head of content and program for Upgrade Seminars. Our first moderator for today is none other than Mo Oladapo. Please, a round of applause for him. Moderator number 2 is the one we have come to know as The Voice, an on-air personality, a master compare, a digital professional, a media consultant, voiceover artist. I could go on, and of course, a proud Festac product. Bayo Xavier is our second moderator for the day. Please, a round of applause. You are all very much welcome. We recognize you. We thank you for honoring our invitation. And I'll leave the moderators to give you a brief introduction and then the ground rules. And I'll be back to do the introduction of the candidates that we have for the debate. Mo and Xavier, over to you.
Thank you very, very much. Good afternoon to everyone. And once again, I want to say thank you to the candidates who are already here, the parties who decided to take out their time to be here. Thank you very, very much. My name is Mo. Super excited to do this again. It's a rare privilege to be part of the decision-making body in Amuwo. Very quickly, we want to just state some ground rules for our candidates before we bring them up. I'll do the first part. I'll share some ground rules, and then Bio Xavier will do the debate formats, okay? So this is strictly for everyone, not just for the candidates. Please, we want you to follow strictly the rules that we are setting so that we can get the best outcome. First rule is that surrogates will not be allowed to participate in the debate in the place of the candidate. So if there's any candidate we're expecting from the party, we will not accept any other person except it was previously stated, right? No placards, posters, stickers, or other such campaign materials. Please keep strictly to the rules. It's not truly solely for a campaign, so please don't share your placards, don't stick out your placards and your campaign materials. We've given opportunities for you to do that outside the hall. The candidates may not have access to any person during the debate. So once they are seated where they're supposed to be seated, they may not and they will not have access to any other person to give any form of information. I believe that they should have sorted information sharing before now. Candidates also may not use technology during the debates. Please, you are not allowed to use technology during the debate. There are certain things that you should have known by now. It should be in your heart. So don't consult internet, don't consult WhatsApp. Please just speak as you know and as you are prepared. The producers and the moderator will determine which questions are asked, by whom and when during the debate. So we reserve the right to throw questions to whichever candidate that we deem fit. So please do not be upset about that. Time limit on statement answers, rebuttals, and responses will be enforced by us, the moderators. So if you have gone beyond the time, we reserve the right to caution you and bring you to order. The moderator may interrupt any candidate if the moderator believes the candidate is staying far from the subject matter. So if you deviate from the subject, we can draw your attention and bring you back into order. The candidate may not interrupt one another. It is the moderator's responsibility and discretion, not the candidate. So please, when your other fellow candidates are speaking, please do not interrupt them. We are the only ones that can interrupt them. You should wait for your time for rebuttal or for responses. No participants in the debate, neither candidate nor questioner may be allowed to use props or visual aids of any kind. Please, there are designated media personalities in the room, and so that we can control what kind of media is coming out. Many people may want to use this media for their parties' personal purposes. It's not allowed. So please allow the media men to do their job. Candidates and the moderator will remain in their designated positions for the duration of the debate. So please, when you come up to the stage and be seated, we will not allow you to stand up or move until we are done with the debate. So having said this, I think it's a good time to allow our candidates to use the convenience if you wish to do so now. There, we will not allow you. All right, and of course, before we start the debate, we'll allow each candidate to a shake of hand and, of course, exchange pleasantries. And after which, you have closing time to make closing arguments of 2 minutes each. I'll allow my co-moderator to also share with you the debate formats as is stated.
Okay, thank you very much, Mo. Of course, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here, to be a part of this event where we are making history, where we are helping our community decide the future for the betterment of our society, of course. Thank you all for participating in today's activity. The format for our debates will be in the following. First, the debate will last between 60 to 90 minutes from open to close, including all introductions and conclusions. So we will do our best to monitor the time, and we'll ask that all participants join us in managing time properly. The debate will be divided into substantive subject areas. So of course, it's not an all-comers affair. We're going to section all our conversation today into the necessary departments. The number of segments, the subject areas, the length and order of contribution will be determined exclusively by the moderators, that is myself and Mo, and the producers of this event. A coin toss before the debate will determine the order of responses, and the other for a 2-minute closing statement. So it's very, very random. It's not something pre-selected. The candidate who wins the coin toss chooses whether or not to answer first. The candidate who opens first, that is, gives the first word, closes first. The candidate who opens second closes second, and thereabout. The moderators will open Amuwo Decides with a welcome and introduction, followed by an explanation of the format as we are doing so. Each debate will begin with the first question by the moderators. There will be no candidates' opening statements at the beginning. The moderator will address questions to all the candidates, but not all candidates will be expected to answer every question. Each candidate will have 1 minute and 30 seconds to respond to each question, so only 90 seconds in total. The moderator will lead a brief discussion and follow up if needed. The moderator and the production staff will keep candidates informed of their elapsed time and will enforce the limits. So we encourage everyone, like I said earlier, to cooperate with us so that we can manage time effectively. The moderators may prompt a follow-up discussion following the candidates' initial responses. The debate may include a lightning round of short questions and short answers. During the lightning round, candidates' responses will be limited to 60 seconds or less. Closing statements are limited to 60 seconds and offer each candidate an opportunity to speak about themselves rather than make charges or attacks that have not been previously raised during the debates. If a candidate violates this rule and the attacked candidate has already completed his or her closing statement, the moderator may offer the attacked candidate the right to make a short rebuttal. If time permits, after the closing statement, segment has been completed. In other words, the moderators reserve the right to allow candidates the right of rebuttal. It's not for us to, we're encouraging everyone to be as civil and as brotherly as possible. At the end of the day, our goal is for a good, better Amuwo, and indeed Nigeria as a whole. So let's work together and keep this very peaceful, very collaborative, and very, very full of information that our people need. Nothing more than that. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for us. I noticed when we were reading the ground rules and the debate format, everybody was so serious. It's not that serious. Okay. We are not INEC. However, we just want you to respect the debate so that everybody can get maximum value out of it. So we're going to wait for the final list of candidates who are available for the debate, and then we will proceed with questions. Please, the question we will ask are not questions that you might like. The last time, let me just say this very briefly. The last time we had this debate, one of the candidates said something, and today he's not. Well, he's not holding any office as of now. He said something, and I think it was very offensive. We allowed the people ask questions, like we're going to allow you to ask questions. You're going to write your questions, and we asked the questions. And he said this. He looked at me in particular and said, Mr. Moderator, I don't think you are doing your job. You shouldn't allow certain questions. I didn't respond. But later I went to him and said, sir, if you're truly willing to serve the people, you will not mind the kind of question they ask. You accommodate, and to the best of your ability, you will answer it. So please, don't be upset if people ask you some question you may deem stupid or silly. Please try as much as possible to answer. These are your constituents. So you have to show that you're ready to serve them. Having said that, let's welcome back our anchor to set the ball rolling.
Okay, Mo and Bio, thank you very much for the ground rules. And ladies and gentlemen, we are a go. Once again, we'd like to welcome everyone who has taken time to be here. We understand that some persons are on their way. In due time, we will recognize them. Once again, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Look for us on YouTube at Festac Online, and on Facebook, same way. And also you can try digits 102 4. But you can check out Festac Online on Facebook and YouTube. Send this link to your friends, your families, to your supporters for our candidates, so that they can be a part of us and we can have a wide reach. We'd like to recognize the presence of everyone, the security team, the policemen that are here, members of the Festac Town Centers Association, the National Youth Council, led by Honorable Esho Olawale. Thank you, Olakunle. Thank you very much for joining us. All other groups that are here, thank you for honoring our invitation. We have 6 of our candidates present at the moment, and with time we will do well to recognize them and bring them to take their seats. Of course, in no particular order, but how the names have been written. Please, let's recognize and welcome to take their position. Honorable, please pronounce, forgive me if the names are not properly pronounced based on how it was written. Honorable Onwara Sylvester C. is the member contesting for the position of House of Assembly under the banner of the New Nigeria People's Party. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes up. Thank you. We also have Honorable Barrister Mrs. Dorothy Ilegbune, contesting for House of Assembly 1 under the New Nigeria People's Party again. We have also Prince Abdulafiz Olua for the House of Assembly 2, Amuwo under the banner of the People's Democratic Party. We have Wole Okpesami, I hope I got that right, please forgive me, for the House of Assembly under the banner of the Action Democratic Congress. I hope that's correct. Please, a round of applause. African Democratic Congress, pardon me. Emmanuel Alaba Davis is contesting for the position of House of Assembly Amuwo 1 under the banner of the People's Democratic Party. And we have Honorable Francis Ifeanyi Chukwu Ugu for House of Representative under the Accord Party. Please, a round of applause. But like I said, we expecting some other personalities, and we're expecting some other personalities, and we would do well to do the introductions and invite them to their positions when they get here. Just before I go over to Mo and Bio, if they would allow me, I'd like, not that I'm taking over your duties, of course, all the candidates present to please stand, move around, exchange banters and exchange pleasantries just before we begin the conversations. Please, everyone, a round of applause for them as they do this.
2 more minutes.
What do you do this for?
I'm thinking of my question.
That's the question number 1. So,
Remember, our gathering here is for a greater Amuwo, and it takes a collective effort to build a virile constituency, a community where there is peace, there is progress, there is prosperity. They say that the language of peace is service, and before you can have peace, there must be justice, not just the graveyard peace that we enjoy. But most importantly, today we're here to listen to those who are asking for our mandate to represent us, and let me hand over, I would have said I should take some random sampling to ask for our expectations. But of course, time is fast spent. Bayo and Mo, let's get the ball rolling.
Thank you very much. So to the candidates, are we ready? So if I say, are we good to go? You say, good to go, good to go, good to go. The NYC style, good to go? That energy doesn't look like an energy that is ready to serve. Good to go? Awesome, awesome. Okay, first of all, before Bayo has a very interesting question for everyone. But let's start with this. There's no coin to toss, so I'll just start from my far left and we move to the far right. Very briefly, can you please just tell us, by the way, we are live on YouTube and Facebook, and these videos are traveling very far. So it is a very, very good opportunity for you to sell yourself to the people of Amuwo. What have you been doing in the last 4 years of this administration outside government? So in case you haven't been in government before, what have you been doing with your personal life, and how have you been impacting the community with your personal life outside government in the last 4 years? Briefly.
All right. My name is Sonra Sylvester Chukudi. In the last 4 years, I've been working, consulting for on hospitality business, precisely Flex Hotel. I've been managing there under consultancy. I've been doing other personal business. I run a bar, and I also produce liquid soap, and I sell.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next.
Thank you.
Those are, from the left to the right. So the next, yes, you, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. My name is Emmanuel Alaba Davis. I am the CEO of Machito Ebony and Sons Limited. It is an ICT company. We deploy infrastructures to everybody, banks, companies, federal government, states, and everyone. I've been training people. I've been building capacity in people. I believe in people, and I want people to grow. So I always believe in the growth of people. So what I use most of the time to do in my business is to develop people. So that's what I've been doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Olawale Okpesom is my name. And in the last 4 years, I've created solutions basically that allows people to have access to proper health care. So I have a startup, a tech startup, that allows customers, patients, people generally to have access to health and beauty products and services via their mobile devices. And I'm very passionate about the young people. I'm very passionate about the youth. And with regards to what I've done, I can say confidently that for the community, for the Amuwo community generally, I've been in their faces to make sure that they participate in this election. We did a PVC drive in Amuwo, and the idea was to say that if you love your country, you need to do more than just complain, and you need to be a participant. If you cannot run like I'm doing, well, at least you can get your PVC and you can vote the people, and you can ask real questions so that the people that really care about you can come in.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prince Hafiz Oluwa. The last 4 years, I returned to Nigeria as a retired banker, chartered banker from England. Having returned to Nigeria,
You are welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. I engage in teaching of mathematics to young children because I believe in education is the key to any nation building. So I have been teaching mathematics at New Era Girls Secondary School, both at the junior class and senior class, free of all charges. Since I joined them, I've been able to move their pass rate to about 76%, which I met at 40%. Aside of that, I'm a CEO of Asbunallah Hajj and Umrah. I run a tour operator. I have a ticketing company that sells tickets to people traveling overseas. And that's basically what I have been doing, and I've paid my tax up to date.
Wonderful.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Barrister Mrs. Dorothy Mukoso Maria Ilebune. I'm a legal practitioner, and I float a travel agency, All Seasons Travels. I'm in Aspanda Market. I procure visas, and I sell international tickets. I'm always busy, buried in business. I am ready to work, and I've been working. Like I procured visa, 3,000 visa in Aspanda to various countries. More than that, because I work with French Embassy, I have the access to tidy things up. Most of the things are not things you should say outside because of security. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And finally?
Good afternoon. Okay, my name is Francis Efai Chikugu, an ex-banker. Okay, like you said, the last 4 years. Okay, I have been with my consulting outfit, Zegnis International. It's an audit, service quality audit firm, and then I've been working with organizations in banking sector. And then by the side, I have an NGO on family and marriage. That's a marriage safety initiative worldwide. I'm the founder and the director. And from that perspective, of course, I must mention it here because of the passion for the family and the young people. That is what drives the marriage safety initiative, to save the family and save the home. And then to make sure that our young people have a future. So, of course, extending to that, of course, in this venue we have had events for young people and we have events for couples. And all that we do to make sure that we educate people how to save marriages and how to prepare people for marriage. And then, of course, as we head towards the national level assignment, I hope to establish that same thing in the lawmaking process. And then, of course, part of the project we have for the young people is about creating a future for them. It is part of what we're here for. So I believe God that when we get there, things will get better for our young people. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Please, for the very last, and please let's appreciate all the candidates. All right. That first question was very intentional so that we get to know who you are and what you've been doing for the past 4 years. Now we go to the political question. Please no applauding until we say applaud. No booing until we say boo. I hope we will not get to boo anybody. Please phones on silent. Let's get serious with the question. Bayo Xavier, over to you.
Hopefully, indeed, we would not need to boo anybody. Well, candidates, thank you, and thank you. Now that we know who you are, we have a very, very important question for you. In our community, the idea is, or the notion is that there is very inadequate representation of our leaders in the house, meaning that we have leaders, but the community does not feel represented. What are you going to do in order to bridge the gap between you in the house, in leadership, and the community? You being the legislator and you being a member of the community, representing the community. We'll begin from my extreme right.
Once more, Honorable Sylvester. In the past, like you rightly said, our problem has not been that we've not been having representatives or assembly members, but the problem has been their availability to the people. They are seldom there. Most of them, when they get in, they pack out of the area. They just keep a home, a house, or probably a place they sleep to show that, we are present too, but actually they're not around. That is one thing we have been observing. And haven't been around working as an executive of an estate for past 12 years, and I know what it takes to be with the people. I looked at it and said, no, when I enter, I always I'll always look out for what we call town hall meeting, because if you go to satellite area, there's something they call satellite forum. Comfortable Estate has their own. There is this other one in Kirikiri, and so on and so forth. I think it will just form a kind of a coordinative body that will coordinate all these forums and associations, or probably community CDAs. And then from there, we get a kind of quarterly meeting where we have a filler between the people and their representative to give reports of what they are doing, to call them to know exactly what they are doing and what the people actually need as well, and how far they've gone in doing those things. And they have a direct link with them, so that when we go up there, we'll know what we are representing. Because I found out that when you don't have this relationship, this link with your people, when you go there, it is all commerce thing. Anything they say is okay by you. Hence you are comfortable.
Thank you. Next candidate.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll start by, as presently now I have 2 campaign offices. So what I'm going to do is to get an office representing. I'm going to get an office, a constituency office. That's where I'm going to have a staff who will be representing me, Then secondly, you see, the job of a legislator is for me to interface between the people, the public and the people. That's one of the core duties. So what I'm going to do during the town hall meetings, data will be collated, information will be gathered. During the appropriation of the budget of Lagos, the budgeting, most of their information, most of those things gathered, as in their problems, their pains, and those infrastructure that are dilapidated, we are going to be instilled into the budget so that our representation will be purely seen and clear to them. That is the only way we can send feedback back to them. The constituency office will just be like a place where information and data will be collected, again, different from those who are not able to attend the public hearing or the town hall meetings. So I think those are the few places I'll be able to gather information and also to settle or resolve cases, because, it is the public that know it all. We are just their representative. So what we are trying to do here is to give a matured, robust, and purposeful leadership or representation to our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please, we urge you.
No applause.
No applause, please. No applause. For the good of the production, no applause until the moderators or the anchor say so. Thank you. Next candidate, please.
Thank you once again. With regards to how I intend to bridge the gap, yes, we intend to do town hall meetings across the wards. The identification of the wards is the first point, so you know that in this particular region, you're having conversation with them to say that this is what is needed in this particular ward, and then you can come back to them and say, okay, this is what we are doing about it. But beyond town hall, because I'm young and because I'm tech savvy, I have perhaps a different approach. I think that it's important if we have the data for the data of the people, especially the young people. Again, I'm for the young people here mostly. I will send them monthly newsletters that says, okay, hi guys, last month we said we were going to do this and do this and do that. This is how far we have gone. This is what is remaining. And then the next month, and it continues that way. So it's easier